What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ed's Corner. Today I'm doing Akudama Drive episode 3. Last episode built on episode 1. It was really good. You got to see more of the world, more of how the Akudama, act with each other, and just more about Kansai in general. So I'm excited to see what episode 3 is gonna bring. So I'm ready to just jump right into it. Let's do it. Shit. Yes. Damn, sending her to do the most valuable part of the job. Yes, brawler. No, it's actually kind of perfect. Like, she doesn't, because she's a swindler, anything she do is like, damn, like they're gonna think that like, oh, she's just trying to fuck with us, but like she really just don't know what she's doing. No, you gotta be very, very confident in your hacking abilities, because if you're wrong, you will get zapped to nothing. What? This wouldn't have happened if you just gave this man the money back. Or just use the money. Not gave it back to him. Just use the money. Not these sounds, bruh. It's the #1 shit of anything that's supposed to be. Niggas just want to be doing their job. I like her now. She seemed actually kind of capable. Nah, bruh. She trying though. Actually, I like her now. Like, it's just like she in this situation, and most people would have probably just freaked the fuck out, but she's just trying to stay alive. Yo, this is fucking crazy, bruh. This whole place, this whole setup, like Kanto is on a completely different scale, bruh. Oh. His reflexes is about that life. This man happy as hell. This is crazy. Man, here's Corey. 500 million years. Yo, Brawler is the one. Yes! He thought my man's was dumb. He just said, fuck it, I'll take the whole structure. Yo, stop. Bro, I just feel like these executioners is gonna be around somewhere, bro. I feel like they coming. Yes, but what is it? GG. It looks like it's an EMP. Nope. It's like yo ass has to be thrown into this joint. She volunteered for it. He was gonna die. Man, well. But this is also, like, I don't know about that. Because it's just like, so she just happened to weigh the exact specific value of this future plasma shield scale thing. I don't like it. Like, they would have just been better off just let him hack into the whole shit before they did the EMP. They would have just been better doing that. Yes! Right at the last minute. Courier. Man, Courier's about that life. He only gets the job done. Damn, everybody's none the wiser. No, but how they gonna steal it? And okay, there's a lot that happened in this episode. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. I mean, like the first two episodes was like amazing, and this one was like really good, but just the one snag at the end about the Shinkan, like the one snag about the end about like them being able to do the override with only Swindler's weight. Like that's the one part, like because they hyped up the plasma shield so much. Like if everything is not correct, then like it's not. But like just at the last minute before you're going in, her weight just happens to be the exact specifications. Like it just don't make no sense. Like I mean, like you take weights of fucking cargo now, and that shit is to the damn second and third decimal point, like today. So I'm supposed to believe that in the future that these niggas is just like, oh, well, it's just around that same shit, and we just gonna let it fly. Like, nah, bruh, I don't like it. And I'm looking at the preview for this next episode now. Nah, this next episode seems lit. Next episode seems lit. And it's gonna kind of give us what we wanted, because this episode was a little bit slower than the last two. Like it took a little bit of time for things to kind of get started, and it just it just wasn't that nonstop breakneck action that we had got the first two episodes. But it was still good. It was still a good episode. But yeah, no, that's really my only thing about the episode, was that like Swindler's weight just happened to be the one thing that fooled the system after Hacker like got all the variables taken care of but the weight. I'm just like, the odds of the weight just matching like just specifically don't make no sense to me. I ain't like that shit. I ain't like it. But overall though, the episode was dope. We got to see more interactions between like the Akudama cast, and like that shit was all dope. But like it was a lot of the questions for me, like about like the Shinkansen, like everything is battery operated up until the point of the Shinkansen, like docking for loading and unloading of cargo in Kansai before going to Kanto. It's actually a little bit interesting because it's like we don't see any people that are of the a part of the government, or the structure of governance of Kansai like that, except for the executioners, which as I mentioned in my last episode, they're the arm that enforces that rule. So seeing the enforcers out there, I mean, it makes sense. But this is just the first time that we just see just a normal person that's working for the Kansai government, or whatever. So it's actually really interesting because the Shinkansen connects, Kanto to Kansai. So for me, I'm like, this is everything we've seen has been battered, just being machine operated, soulless, and without any type of human interaction or human influence on shit. It's all been machines. But the one time we get like a human involved is actually something that's going to Kanto, which makes me think that like they use technology in these robots for a detached rule of Kansai, and I wonder if that I don't think that would be the case in Kanto. I wonder what the governing is like in Kanto, and like is it still that detached technology that's governing and giving and dispensing justice and determining justice and all that shit. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens in episode 4. We probably won't get any answers to that shit. We look like we're gonna get right back into the shit, right back into the action, and I'm ready for that shit. I'm gonna try some of so I mean, like, we continue more in the episode. Other things that stood out to me was like Swindler and her transformation and her starting this metamorphosis, like I mentioned in my last of like, in order to stay alive, she has to start swindling people into who, like, to not, like, she has to swindle people to still think who she is. It's actually kind of, it's crazy. In order to become a swindler, she has to swindle people, and it's starting with like the Akudama, and like from there to make them believe that she's actually a swindler, she has to become a swindler, and like and make it believable that she which is crazy, and like she has the perfect way to make it believable because she's at the end of the day is honest. It's honest. Sometimes that honesty actually will help you in this thing, because like she's gonna be naturally nervous or naturally jumpy, and like if you're known as somebody who fucks with people who swindles people, people are probably like, dang man, like she's really good at like doing that. Like they're just thinking that this is part of your act. So like you already have that cover to kind of get you, and like you see that when she gains access into the cargo bay at the Shinkansen, because like she's nervous and she's going up there, she's talking to the guy, and I thought that was really cool too, because the first time that we do get that human interaction, we also get some stuff that what happens in repressive governments and shit like that, is where like everything is set in stone down the bureaucracy, like this person does this and this person does that, and you see kind of sometimes the folly in that, because like at the end of the day, people are people, and like what does it serve for me to answer this question and be all inquisitive about this? They're not gonna pay me more. They not gonna get me, but no, let me not go into that. I just thought it was interesting that like the guy didn't ask no more questions. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was a nice little slip in there. That no matter how detached you when you bring humanity into it, human nature into it, like human nature wins out a lot of the time. So that was really cool to see. Really, that's really all. I mean, like this episode, it was cool, but like, they talked about the plan, and then we got the first part of the plan. It was really cool to see like everything, like how they broke into everything, and how they had to get to the elevator and both hit the shit at the same time. This man Hoodlum is hilarious. Like he's great comedic relief. This nigga still be useful. I like Cool Bar. Nah, I'm just joking. I know, but no, man. This man he's hilarious and he's useful. And him and Swindler are they in over their heads, but they just happen to be in this shit. And also, shout out to Cutthroat as well. You think that he's like real. He is very childlike in the way he goes about shit, but he actually still has really good reflexes and shit, because like when that plasma field or force field shit was coming up, he was able to sense it right at the last moment he saw his face shift. And that was really cool. And like also, just how big the Shinkansen is, and like what's all going on inside it, because it's built by Kanto. It's just on a completely different scale than anything that we've seen in Kansai so far. So that's really cool. I hope we really do get a chance to see Kanto this season. I do want to see it because I want to be able to compare the two. But I mean, honestly, the episode was cool, but I'm ready for next week. I can't wait till next week. So if you watched this far, thank you. I appreciate it. And, I can't wait for episode 4 to come out. And until next time, y'all, be